Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN here, joined by fellow Halo superfan Sean the Shark Finnegan.
Hello.
What do we got here, Sean? New mode this week and final week 3 of the beta.
This is Strongholds, and we are playing on Regret, which is a map that we saw earlier.
You mean Territories?
Territories 2.0, yeah. So in this mode, the goal of your team is to capture and hold points on the map in order to score. This is a mode we've seen before.
Well, I mean, the question is, how is it different from Territories? And the only answer I can come up with is you got to hold 2 of the 3 territories at a time to score points.
Yes. So other games have kind of put a spin on this type of mode before, like Destiny was. They also had a mode where you had to control points, but in order to score, it was simply based, like, it was a multiplier based on how many points you were holding and how many kills you were getting when you were holding.
In Halo 2 onward, there might be 5 territories on the map. So here there's only 3 because we've got territories is playable here on Regret and also on Empire are the 2 maps that it's playable on in the beta. We're watching from your perspective, and this is our crew. This my buddy Intersect Mike. It's his gamer tag down in San Diego, and and then I think his buddy Rye Sean's in here too.
Right.
And the 4 of us we run this map. This is ours. This map on this mode belongs to us.
We definitely put we were a freight train this night. We could not be stopped. Yeah, I actually really like this mode. Traditionally, I'm not a player who likes, especially in Halo, maps where you have to hold territories. Like, I don't like King of the Hill. I don't like it, Crazy King, any of that stuff, because you just get grenade spammed. But on this map, and the way they've kind of implemented the points, you actually don't feel so susceptible to that. It's not difficult to take and hold a point by yourself if you're in a good position.
Right, and you really have to you should always keep moving here because the territories are constantly being tug-of-warred back and forth since there's only 3 of them.
And that's the other thing that I actually thought was really cool about this is just the dynamic of play that you get playing this mode is you're highly mobile, you're moving to and from, there's a lot of communication like, oh, I'm getting pushed by 2 players at this point, I'm going to flank
you're always moving, and here you are camping the point.
Oh, I got to cap the point, right? But as soon as I cap the point, I'm like, yeah, I'm going forward, I'm going to the next point, or I'm looking at the map and being like, oh, well, they're going across, well, I'm going to try and slow them down, or I'm going to cap it behind their back, because you have to assume that once they cap a point, they're often running to another point too, so you won't find resistance, and that's often the case, or you're only fighting one player.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
It's interesting to me. I'm not really feeling that this remix here, Regret in general. Like, I really in Slayer, it just wasn't feeling the flow. It wasn't really working for me. But in Strongholds, I actually like it a good deal. I think it's really kind of focuses the action on these 3 points. You don't really want to be down low unless you're crossing the map to get to the other base. You want to sneak up from bottom, or of course the rocket launcher is down there. So there is reason to go. But I feel like this remix here of Truth being Regret, I think Regret really clicks for me as a Strongholds map.
I agree. I actually did not think that this map was all that bad to begin with. I like it in Slayer just fine. But it is particularly
We'll just agree to
strong.
disagree.
Yeah, it is particularly strong in Strongholds for sure.
Yeah, and there's the arch up top. That's the middle point. That's tends to be the one that's most contentious. Man, you just
I remember being very angry about that kill. Like, I remember being very angry.
Finnegan smash.
Yeah, well, I'm very competitive with this game, and there's a lot of. I take out a lot of frustration.
It's interesting, though, that a minute ago you said, you're not typically a fan of objective game modes in Halo. And I feel like, because, you're pretty good at this game. I mean, you're not, Walshy pro level, but you're pretty good. I mean, you're probably the best Halo player in the office. Maybe you and Alfredo. I'm not sure who would win in a one-on-one, but point is, I feel like the better skilled borderline pro guys tend to just like to show off those skills in straight head-to-head deathmatch competition. Whereas, see, for me, I've always, going all the way back to Halo 1, Halo 2, I've always liked the objective game modes better because they give me, I'm not a super skilled player. I'm okay at Halo. I've always been decent, but hardly great. And for me, the objective game modes give me a way to feel good and contribute to a team and succeed without necessarily being the twitchiest dude on the thumbsticks.
That's actually a really good point, and actually that's probably the reason I would say that I dislike objective
Nice
game
grenade.
modes, is because oftentimes, like, I solo queue a lot,
Yeah.
and objective game modes they're not conducive to team-oriented modes, because you got to have good teamwork, you got to have
That's
communication, and oftentimes, like, no matter how many people I frag, I can't win 1v4. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I've actually talked about this before, but there are a lot of games where I try and be a hero, like I normally do, and end up going like 5-30 because I'm trying to carry everyone.
There
and I'm just getting owned by a
goes
better
my
team.
hero.
Yeah, but I like I said, I really like the dynamic of this. Like when we had a crew, you, me, Raishan, and
Wow, we rolled those guys really fast.
yeah,
This
yeah,
video's
yeah.
over, but short version, we really like Strongholds.
Yes.
This is the Halo 5 beta. Looking forward to seeing more of this mode in the final version. We've got more on the Halo 5 beta, so keep it tuned right here to IGN.